Azure didn't do it. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Ah! I was just waiting for
Incredible.
it to say it was live on my screen.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Well, we can all scream again. It'll all work out. Boop.
Boop.
Okay, there we go. And then there's that. There's that. Over
Kanye
there.
the Nerd went live. Apollo.
Apollo.
Dude,
Tweet. There we go. Incredible.
What's the problem? You got a problem with my dulcet tones?
No, I love them.
not at all.
Not at all. Oh boy, when are they gonna make an Apollo Justice anime?
Actually, never.
Because they made the trilogy, the original trilogy, into an anime. They could make Apollo Justice into an anime.
Listen, Capcom would rather spend billions of dollars recreating the entire Resident Evil franchise than deal with Apollo Justice.
Big
Yep.
boo.
They will spend all their money on what they know will sell well.
Yeah.
And Apollo just did not.
Yeah, at the time, but I think, I don't know. I feel like now a lot of people love this game after the fact. Which tends to happen a lot, I guess. A lot of times a game
does.
comes out, everyone's like, bleh, and then like years later they're like, actually that game was good.
Well,
The game is good.
That's why we have the remastered versions of Nighttrap and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now that they are well loved and not just infamous.
Mm-hmm. The Night Trap movie is actually pretty good. Like, to watch, like, if you just go on YouTube and watch, like, the movie itself instead of playing the game.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can't really see everything if you actually playing the game because you have to, like, skip around so much.
Yeah. Which is so weird that they would make such a interesting narrative in a game where you can't even really see it.
Well, that's why the protagonists are called Scat.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
They're called Scat.
Scap?
Scat.
Scat.
SCAT?
SCAT, yeah.
Disgusting.
They knew what they were doing.
Bunch of freaks.
I just can't remember what it means in the game, but they knew what they were doing when they called it that.
Incredible.
I'm trying to.
Remember Scatman?
Yeah, Scatman.
Yes.
Scat buddy da
Do we know
da
where it's from, Scat?
I'm a scat man. You guys would not believe where was the first time I heard that song.
Where was the first time you heard that song?
I heard it. So when I was a little kid, like 10 years old or so, and I was just getting into YouTube, there was a series about, like, it was basically like ROM hack Mario, like Mario 64. But like there was like a whole story to it, like there's like different characters and whatnot, and there was like episodes and stuff, and for some reason I was like super into it when I was a kid. Like I was just watching this guy make these weird ROM hack like stories using Mario 64. And he would use like all sorts of music in it, including like the Scatman song. He at one point, it was also the first time I heard the song Thanks for the Memories from Fall Out Boy, and also the first time I heard the song In the End by Linkin Park was through that series on YouTube.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It was like, I think his name was like Tomato3545 or something like that on YouTube.
Tomato3545.
Yeah. I wonder if his videos are still up. Like, I want to check now. I'm actually in shock. Also, I should probably just have my face open. There we go.
Should just
Have your
my
face open.
Yeah.
Actually, can you add that as a quote?
Listen, I would if Ani had a better nightbot.
I really need to ask Thomas if I can have the bot.
Well, Thomas is still around. You can send him a message.
Yeah.
In fact, you got the screen up. Do it right now.
I forgot what Ani even said.
I said, like, I better open my face up. Oh, face open.
Yeah.
I better have my face open.
Yeah.
Three, 5. Oh my gosh.
3, 5. Oh my gosh, what?
God damn it.
Maybe they're not known by this name anymore.
What is Ani 5? Here's the nudes. Baby, come back. Do 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 do.
I doubt I'm gonna be able to find it. It was so long ago. This is like...
one, it's going past with really loud music and it will vibrate in my room. Jesus.
Oof. No. I literally cannot find this anymore. All the stuff I keep getting is like 3 months ago. Like, no, this was like 10 years ago.
It counts it as that if you recently transferred it over or something.
List of unofficial Mario media. Well, I guess it's lost to time. Because I can't find it anymore. It's just dead. Oh well. It was a different era. I remember also seeing the first Let's Plays at the time.
I remember Let's Plays.
Yeah, Deceased Crab, Proton Johnson, all those peeps, Trask and Ari. I watched a lot. The early days of YouTube.
Back in my day.
Back in my day! Anyways, it's already been past 10 minutes, so we could start if we're all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm still waking
Yeah.
up. Big Boofaroonie. I should probably show the actual game on the screen. Would probably
That'd be nice.
a good idea.
That'd be nice.
There we
That
go.
would be great. You know? It's, you know?
Yeah, you know?
Incredible.
Yeah.
You know? You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're throwing. I get it. I'm picking
You
up
get
what
I'm
you're
putting
setting.
down?
One day, we'll be able to see.
Okie dokie. Azure, you are up.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Hello?
She's all on me.
Hello?
What's the problem?
Ah, there we go. Court is now in session for now, I do say. Oh, for hell. tiny screen.
I do declare, says the judge.
I do
I
declare.
was expecting it.
Oh boy, off to
No,
a
it's
great
just
start.
an error for me. Mashi Tobai, Your Honor. The pixie of the arpeggio.
Right! His trial. Court is in session.
I love how he doesn't even
What?
bother to say it. He's just like, right, his trial. Yes.
Indubitably.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is a-okay, Hail Judge.
Excuse me? I mean, I did say I was ready. Okie dokie, Clavier.
Very well, Prosecutor Gavin.
My opening statement, yeah.
No, actually, that was something else I wanted to ask you about. Who was that girl from yesterday?
Yeah? Yes?
Say you're going to visit someone in the hospital with an incurable disease. What do you say to them?
Eh?
I mean, you wouldn't say, get well soon, right? Is the judge okay?
Yeah.
You would only be kicking them when they're down.
What are you
That's
talking
something
about?
out of his mind.
Actually, I'm going to visit someone who is terminally ill.
There you go, see.
It's me. Right after this trial, the Chief Justice's son.
The Chief Justice.
His son is afflicted with a most terrible disease. Herpes. He doesn't have long, it seems.
Ah.
Also known as clappermindus.
So I thought I'd go pay him a visit. I'm old. I thought saying something moving might be the order of the day.
Why don't grown-ups ever just say what's on their mind instead of pretending? She's looking at
I
me.
heard that, you little shit.
She's looking at me with something like disgust. Hey, what are you looking at me like that for? I'm just a tsundere.
In any case, I am bald. I'm a bit busy today, so let's wrap this up quickly. Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement briefly.
He didn't even listen to whatever Clavier's advice would have been. He just wanted to get it. He just wanted to get it off his chest. That's all.
You're in luck here, Judge. I believe you're going to the hospital visit sooner than you think.
I can't believe Clavier just said that he was gonna send the judge to the hospital.
That's not what I meant here, Warhead, you little thief. First, to review the victim in this case. Romain Littles, age 45. I remembered the joke.
Yep, I remembered it too.
The global manager for Diva Songstress Lemar. The cause of death, birth loss due to being shot by a large caliber revolver. The report has all the details.
court accept this into evidence.
Latoz's autopsy report added to the court record. I keep wanting to say it correctly.
I know.
45 caliber. That's quite large, isn't it? A direct hit from that could knock a man off his feet. However, the bullet struck him in the shoulder.
That was my line.
Whoa, Clavier, are you okay? You sounded a little bit hoarse there for a second.
I seem to have, how you say, gotten a cold.
Oh no! I'll make you
And
some.
changed gender.
I'll make you some tomato soup after this, or chicken noodle soup, I should say, after this. I'm actually a good cook.
Oh, noodles, you say?
Oh, the jokes just keep on coming.
That's not the only one.
Oh, oh gosh, no, boy. Azure, you can't leave.
Oh,
You're
remember
stuck
the
here.
cold night last time for him?
Big boof.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Oh my gosh, I'm crying. Oh boy.
However, the bullet struck him in his shoulder. The damage to the body was slight. Death was not immediate.
Big sad for Big Chad. Oh boy.
Sadly, his blood loss was that he could not be was such that he could not be saved.
I suppose the victim's condition could have been much worse considering.
Crime
I like
coded.
to imagine that every time Azure takes a little bit to read the line, it's that the judge is waking up from a nap.
Yeah.
He's being poked by his stick by the bailiff, and he's like, "Oh, it's my turn to talk."
It's nap time.
That's why he's so confused when people talk about things.
That's exactly
He
it.
doesn't pay attention. 2 shots were fired. 1 shot missed. The other penetrated and passed through the victim's shoulder.
Just Claver and Apollo laughing about it, and the judge is just like, "Oh my gosh!" And Trucy's like, "What?"
Both bullets were found in the wall at the scene of the dive. Hey
Anna,
Anna, thanks for that.
thank you for the biddies. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for the biddies. I love you very much. Oh, and thank you for the host. Thank you so much for the host. Thank you.
And the toes.
Hello. Oh, and thank you for the shout out, Azure, as well. Thank you. I'm in a bit of a low energy mode, but oh well. I feel that. Don't worry, Anna. I totally get that.
I feel it.
Oh, hi, Bajorn. Hello. Welcome.
Bajorn.
I love you very much. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Also, thank you again, Azure, for the shout out. 3 houses in my house. I still would love to play 3 houses. I'm going to die because it's been warm and now it's all rainy. Actually, like, I'm the opposite,
Yeah.
Anna. Like, I thrive in rainy weather. And also, I really like it when temperatures are like 50s and 60s. That's like my favorite temperature range.
Yeah, I hate it when it's hot, but I like it when it's warm or cool. So
Yeah.
the rain does good in the summer months.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense,
Sucks
Anna.
afterwards. It just sucks afterwards because then you tend to get like really high humidity afterwards. So that's not good.
Yeah.
Actually, what's 40 inches of snow?
But yeah, sometimes what I like to do is when it's raining, I'll go outside. Like if it's not like raining super hard, like if it's like a light rain, then I'll go outside with my umbrella and just take a walk in the rain. It's like one of my favorite things to do. It's just so like calming and peaceful, and you feel kind of like it allows you to have like a sense of, I guess, even while you're outside, you're still like isolated because of the rain. So it's pretty nice. Walks in the rain can be so nice, yeah. It's so good. It's one of my favorite things. I don't always have the chance to do it though, which is sad. Anyways, oh, also I would love to play Three Houses, but I don't have a Switch. Cries Tears of Sorrow. But maybe I might play Fire Emblem Awakening at some point, because I actually haven't played Awakening either, so I definitely should. All I did today was watch streams and make some coloring book printables. I mean, all I did today, Anna, was I literally just woke up at 3. Exactly. And then I ate and I got ready for stream and now I'm here. That's all I've done today. This map smells like case 3. Hi, Ralph. Welcome
Hi,
to the
Ralph.
stream. Hello, I love you very much. Hello. Smells like case 3. Yep, we're on case 3. Time for us to watch. Not only is Lulu here, Ralph, but Azure is too. All 3 of us in the call.
Oh, wow, Ralph. Could somebody ban Ralph, please? For
Time to
saying that.
ban Ralph.
Yep. What he deserves.
Yeah, you can share the
That's
link,
what I thought,
absolutely.
That's what I thought. You little bitch.
But yeah, totally, Anna, you can share the link. That's absolutely fine. Maybe even I'll do some
Ralph,
coloring
you-
book
you do
pages.
some funny jokes. He has such a good sense of humor. Can I read my line now?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, Anya, I didn't read that yet.
Yes, you did. You read it before everyone came
Did
in.
I?
Yes, you did. You did. I remembered.
Okay. It's been so long, I didn't realize that I did. This is where the bullets hit.
I see. The court accepts this evidence. Sleepy, sleepy, sleep. If we're talking about a 45 revolver, we must assume that the killer was adept at the weapon's use.
Heck yeah, Ralph. Heck yeah.
Yep, he's still that tone.
Good stuff. Oh, I just want to say, you guys were there when Mark and I were doing the prequel games, right? The
Yeah.
Ryunosuke Naruhodo or whatever.
Yeah, I was here for that.
Do you guys remember the judge for the first case in that game?
Yes.
I was like shocked because I was like, this judge is not like the silly
He's actually
judge.
competent.
Yeah, I was like shocked at how competent
Weird.
that judge was. I was like, this is actually a good judge. What? Oh boy. Just be glad the detective is in here. Absolutely. I wish the detective was here. I want to hear some Randy.
It is, Ralph. It's so good.
Yeah. Okay. Really? It's in the Nightbot lore and everything. Heck yeah. Yeah, apparently weapons that size have a powerful kickback. If, say, the judge tried to fire one, it'd break every bone in his body.
No shit.
The defense will take more care in choosing examples. Off with his head.
As I was saying, the victim was shot backstage in a dressing room. This dressing room was only one entrance to this door.
That does seem to be the case, yes.
However, there were witnesses who heard the gunshot.
He's talking about you and Emma, huh?
Yet, when the witnesses entered the room,
Oh wait, I all of a sudden remembered how this case works. Like all of a sudden all the memories just came back to me. Incredible.
it was empty, save for the victim's body, of course.
But that's impossible.
Exactly. This murder was impossible. Impossibly. For all but one person.
One person.
Well, that is, of course, the defendant, Maki Tobai.
Great, wonderful. Let's pack it up, people.
Yay, let's go home. Just needs to visit. Needs to visit someone in the hospital.
Yep.
Only this defendant could have committed the crime. But how?
It's quite simple. The circumstances of the crime scene make it clear.
Very well. I assume you have testimony to back up this claim.
Yeah, Ralph. I mean, that is something that's talked about in the case, too. Like, I think one of the things that is talked about is, like, hey, how could this kid use this gun? Are you, Azure?
Let the witness please take the stand.
I mean, that's how it should be. As Ralph said, that's how it
Yeah.
should be.
That's how it should be. We should be able to hear you above ourselves.
Yep. There she is!
I like this. Gotta get the water.
Ralph, you are gonna love this. Your name and profession, please.
Emma Sky. I'm a detective for the police department. I was on security detail at the concert forum that night.
Emma seems tired somehow.
Ralph, am I making you Randy?
What's the problem, Ralph?
Security at the concert, you say? I'm sorry, Ralph. I wasn't expecting Emma to be a recurring character, so I just gave her the most ridiculous voice.
I'm glad we never told him.
Yep. Yeah,
Some security I was. Couldn't even stop a murder.
Hi, Ralph. Thank you for the 100 biddies. Thank you so much. Ayo.
Thanks, Ralph.
I will pay you $1 to
And
never
it'll
do
take
that
more than
again.
that, Ralph.
Yeah, we'll take probably
It'll
like
take
$1
a lot more
million
than
to get us to not do this.
Azure's not that cheap.
But yeah, $2. Thank you, Ralph, for the 100 biddies, but that's also still not enough. Oh boy. Buy on your PC and I'll stop. It's all my bits. Thank you for the contribution to the Anya's PC fund. Thank you. I will accept this suffering. Basically,
Yeah.
Emma, the first time she shows up is in there's like a special, added case to the original Ace Attorney game, because the original game has 4 cases, but then they added a 5th case that has Emma as like a little, like way younger, I think like 16 or so, and basically like her sister, who's like a prosecutor, ends up being framed for murder, and Phoenix has to like solve the case. And then Emma doesn't show up again until like this game, and then after this game she shows up in the other games as well. So basically, Azure, if we play the other games in this series, you will have to be this voice for a long time.
How dare you?
You love it.
And then we hung around in a parking garage for a really long time. That's legit. That's what happens in that case.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. That case is a case, anyways.
Dun. Now don't blame yourself. Things like this happen.
They do.
Or,
I've made
are
even
you-
bigger mistakes in my career, you know.
What?
Back in my day, I used to have hair.
I'm sure that makes her feel much better. I want to hear about these bigger mistakes.
And Ralph, I absolutely love those lunchboxes and the lady who gives them to us.
I love those lunch
In
boxes
any
as
case.
well.
Yeah. In any case, because you were on security detail, the crime was quickly discovered. And we were able to identify the killer.
Dot, dot, dot.
You may give the court your testimony if you would. Describe the circumstances of that day and your discovery of the crime, please.
Alright.
My Clavia has gone from German to Belgian, apparently. Oh well, it's a progression.
The night of the murder, I was on security backstage at Prosecutor Gavin's request. Only people involved with the concert in some way were allowed backstage. At the beginning of the third set, I heard shots. Shots. I went into the room, filled with blaring rock music, and found the body. I examined the scene and determined that only the defendant could have done it.
You're right, Clavier is a poser.
Yeah, I
Because
post for magazines all the time. What do you mean? I'm on the front of magazines, baby.
I find it so interesting that they decided to go for German in this game for Clavier.
Well, they already had who we assume to be Manfred von Karma and his daughter already. So
Yeah.
and they both turn out to be. Ugh. One was bad and the other one was a tsundere. So why not go for a third?
Yeah, I guess. Since I'm pretty
Then
sure in the
again,
Japanese version.
Yeah.
Never mind. You can continue, Lulu, sorry.
Wait. Is the nationality of his big brother established?
I don't think so. All I remember is that I'm pretty sure in the Japanese version it's that he sprinkles in some English.
Yeah.
So like that shows that, and they changed it to German in this, of course, because we're already we are in an English speaking country.
Because we're in California.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know if they ever establish it. I know a lot of like fanfics and stuff just state that they're both like from Germany. I think so, Ralph.
Oh, basically, Ralph. Yeah.
I will investigate. Heck yeah.
It was lucky
Because-
that a detective was the first on the scene.
Because it said that Miles Edgeworth goes to Europe when he spends time with Von Karma, so
Yeah.
but it doesn't say which part, I think. I'm not sure. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Even though it's only been a few months since I played on stream, so
No, I totally get that. Remember that one time where I played Clock Tower like a couple months ago, and then we had the Clock Tower episode, and I was like, I don't remember anything, even though I 100%ed Clock Tower before.
Yeah.
It's real. Yeah, see, they did the same thing. When you're streaming Clock Tower 3, the greatest horror game of all time. I mean, I don't...
Yeah. Play it.
Isn't Clock Tower 3 on the PS2?
Yeah.
Then I can't play it.
Nope, can't play it.
Because I can't play PS2 games.
Big boof.
Yeah. Hi,
When you
Sushi!
or something.
Hi, Sushi. Hello, welcome to the stream. I love you very much. Also, don't worry about it. It's fine. I was late.
Please, Bleach. We started late because Anya woke up late.
Yeah.
And I made her eat first.
Yep. Oh, thank you for the biddies, Anna, again. Thank you so much for the biddies. Hey, I'm gonna check out for a bit because I can't focus on anything right now. I'm gonna make music and see if it helps. That makes sense, Anna. I hope you feel better. I love you.
No worries.
Can't believe you're playing Avalon Code. That game's whack. Ralph, you know Avalon Code? I'm getting shocked at how many people know this game. I can't believe Doodle played this game back in the day. If it's a game on the DS, I probably know it. Yeah. But basically it was fine until we got to one particular room, and then I got really annoyed and decided it was time to go to bed. But I'm really liking it so far. The game isn't like... The game is kind of nice. A lot. Like, I'm used to games like telling me I gotta start all over if I die, or wherever my last save point was, or whatever. But this game's just like, oh, if you hit continue, you start in the room you were just in, and I liked that. Yeah, Sushi gets to play Cage too. Heck yeah. When he gets towards the end of the game, he gets to see one of the most iconic scenes in the series.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you know what I mean, Lulu. The scene.
I do. I wanna see you stream Kingdom Hearts 3 on Twitch.
Yep.
Bloosh.
No, I don't mean that scene. I mean a scene towards the end. I mean the greatest scene of all time. Towards the end of the game. I can't
Who are
say
you?
it.
I'm you.
Yes, that one's Bloosh.
But yeah, and so we're gonna watch the movies for 358 over 2 days and recode it, I'm guessing. And then we'll play Birth by Sleep. I'm guessing. Why am I saying we? I mean Sushi.
Well, we'll be there when he's playing. So.
Yeah.
And we all help him out as well, so it is us. It's just that he has the controls.
Yeah. Well, not always. Sometimes
Just like
Doodle
Dolphin.
actually takes the wheel and saves the day.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Oh boy. But yeah. Seeing Doodle play the game is actually some of my favorite moments. But, yeah. Also, I just want to say that I love the fact that Lulu knows exactly what scene I'm talking about in KH2, even though I'm, like, being super duper vague. Anyways. But that door was the only way out of the room, right? Yeah, pretty much. Then I don't get it. How can they say that Maki did it? Looks like we need a bit more information.
Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examination. Bailiff, bring me a donut.
Okay, so... Well, that's untrue, because we were backstage. Let me press this. We were let in, though. Sure.
I don't know about that. I certainly didn't invite you.
I give the Fräulein special permission to be there. I wanted to see her again.
Oh boy, did you hear that? We're officially involved now. Gee, great.
That doesn't sound right. Some other hangers-on tried to get backstage, but I drove them off.
Oh, Sushi, this is the second to last case. There's 4 cases in the game, and we're on the 3rd case. So no other outsiders were there then.
And then...
At the beginning of the 3rd set, I heard shots. I went into the room filled with blaring rock music and found the body. Okay. Okay. I believe we were having a chat when we heard the shots.
You were the one chatting. I was eating snackoons. Yeah, hey, no snacking in court. Only I can snack.
I'm not sure what you and Sploosh are talking about right now, Asher. What are you asking about, Sploosh? What do I not? What? Down? What?
Oh, okay. The same as me when I stream on Discord. Oh
Okay.
yeah, we need to play more Combat Butler. When are we?
Yeah.
I keep thinking today's the day we're gonna do
we
it.
were meant to do it. We meant to do it the last time, but somebody didn't want.
Yeah. Well, no, we didn't do it because Zach wasn't there, and I wanted to make sure we do it with everybody there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sushi is the combat butler. It's great.
I'm afraid to do it a bit too late in the night for you to join us, Ralph, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It would be about the time you'd be sleeping, so... I didn't read that.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
I actually didn't read that.
No! That time I know you didn't read it. I just accidentally clicked. No! He said, are you sure? And you're sure the shots came from Lamor's room?
And you're sure the shots came from Lamara's room?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm sorry, Ralph. Time difference is a bit...
Hey, I'm the one being cross-examined here. Here, this will keep you quiet.
Thanks. So, how about Emma?
We were right, Munch. There. Hard to be mistaken about that, Munch. Please, either talk or eat, not both at the same time. And why don't I have snacks?
Yeah, we've all been playing a ton of Terraria lately. Just so much.
Gulp. Right, so after that, me and Mr. Lawyer there opened the dressing room door.
Rock?
Blaring, yes. When you say rock, are you referring perhaps to this rock and roll music that's so popular these days? I just did air quotes, by the way.
That's right.
Oh, Ralph. I'm sorry, Ralph.
I'm sorry, Ralph. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Part of the problem, Ralph, isn't even the time difference. It's the fact that I keep sleeping until like 3 p.m. It's my sleeping beauty self.
Mentality, yeah.
Yeah. Once I sleep, I just keep sleeping. One day, though, Ralph, will be early enough for you to join. One day. Heck yeah, Ralph.
Yes, Ralph. Totally do that. Drag us right in, especially Azure. Azure would enjoy that so much.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
That's right, when we went into the dressing room, music was blaring over the speaker on the wall.
They pipe sound from the stage into the backstage through speakers. That way people in the back can hear when they're supposed to be on stage.
Did it have to be so loud? It's so hard when you know the answer and...
You don't listen to the Galvaniers with your ears.
No, Sushi! Why are you doing this?
No.
Sushi!
No. Sushi.
No.
I'm watching you do easy mode.
Okay. Oh, You scared me. You actually scared
Oh my
me.
Ralph, you don't understand. It's a nightmare.
Yeah. Normal mode is still not critical mode.
It's still not critical mode, that's even harder. You feel it with your entire body and soul. I always have the backup monitors at full volume.
When we walked in the room.
Ralph, you don't understand. When Sushi faced the final boss, his health meter was like this is the circle, right? Right here. His health meter was like this big.
Tiny.
It was that tiny. It didn't go all the way around his face.
Tiny.
It was such a small
He was really under level. But he did it, so I'm proud of my little Spooch.
He did it.
I mean, you're right about that, Ralph.
Heck yeah.
When we walked in the room.
I'm proud of Sushi too. He did it. He did it. And he did it pretty quickly too. Like, we all thought it would take him a while to beat the final boss, but he did it within like just a few tries. It was incredible.
Well, Ralph, I can't even play Devil May Cry, so... I fucking hate Virgil.
The band was playing Guilty Love, I believe. What a bunch of nerds, making it easy to determine the time of the crime.
Sushi is the ultimate gamer. You've heard it here, folks.
Yeah, sure.
If you could hear that music playing.
Then what? But that song has an alibi.
The problem with this is we already proved that there was something going on during that song through the mixing board. So,
Including myself.
When is Ralph gonna play Siren? Heck yeah. I want to hear Emma say whom says Sushi.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Ralph,
I closed off the scene and started my investigation.
Incredible.
Whomst is that clapping at my door?
How could you know something like that?
As I said, it was clear from the circumstances. Listen. We know there is only one exit from the room. That door.
Oh, Azure, can you do hey, hey, listen in that voice for me?
Hey, hey, listen. Hey, listen. The small window only opened a tiny crack. Ralph is seething. And I was standing in front of that door. So how could the killer have fled the scene? There's only one possibility. The air vent. Oh!
But that air vent was too small. Who could possibly?
Exactly.
Get with the program, Apollo.
There's certainly no way you could get through, nor me. The only one who could fit through was a child.
A child? Hi, Adam! Hello! Welcome to the stream.
Hi, Adam.
Hello, I love you very much. How are you? A child.
Remember, access to those rooms were limited.
I'm sorry, like, I just all of a sudden, after I heard Apollo say, not heard, but after I had Apollo say a child, I immediately thought of that one meme. There's only one thing worse than, it's like, murder or something like that. There's only one thing worse than murder. Boom. And it says murder a child, but the person goes, a child. No.
Only those involved with the concert were allowed.
I am doing good, thanks.
I
Struggling
murdered.
Emma did it. Understandable, Adam. We're glad you're here.
I murdered them all. Not just the men, but the women and children too. I hate them. When are we playing Star Wars so I can voice act Anakin?
Oh my gosh. Can you please, if we ever do play Star Wars, you have to voice act Anakin and you have to use the Randy voice now. It's official, you made it
Hell
canon.
yeah.
Of all the people involved with the concert, only one is small enough to be considered a child.
The defendant.
Dun dun dun! The pixie of the arpeggio flittered up towards the sky and disappeared from the scene of the crime.
But that's just conjecture.
Oh, there was out of that room. You were there. You saw hair for head.
And there's another vital piece of evidence.
Evidence? What?
Marks were found on the air vent grill. Traces that it had recently been open.
Wait, what?
And something else was found quite clearly. The defendant might get
Their fingerprints. What?
Order! Order! Order!
That air vent was the only way out of the room. I was gonna say show for some reason.
The only way out of the
I
show.
had the door locked. I had the doors locked. Anyone could leave from the governor's concert. It was a fire hazard, but it was. The defendant's fingerprints were found on the grill. They were making tasty. Well, here forehead. What fairy tale does this suggest to you?
Ugh.
Only one could pass through that vent, that doorway to heaven. And that one is our.
Why are you looking at me, Apollo? It's Apollo, no. Hey, I was out whooping it up in the audience. Apollo, why would you say Trucy? So this was his decisive evidence.
Quite decisive indeed. Indubitably.
Azure, I wonder what your thoughts are at this moment. Can you think of a way this could work without them going through the explanations?
At the moment, no.
I know the circumstances under which the body was found. I was there. An examination of the crime scene was enough to nail down the killer? I'm sure they have a good reason. They must have had a good reason to arrest Maki. And I'm gonna find out what it was. Didn't we just find out?
Of course not.
That was just the text that we got at the end.
You think it's that simple, you sweet summer child?
Okay, let's press this statement because this is the only one we haven't pressed yet. Hi, Jangled. Hello, welcome.
Hi, Kitty.
How are you?
Hi, Kitty. I love,
I love you too, Jangled.
I love you more.
That's untrue.
Really true.
I love
Really
everyone
right.
the most.
Nope.
Okay, let's press here. The night of the murder was the night of the concert, yes?
That's right.
That's my favorite thing ever, is whenever Emma says that's right, and Azure just like, that's right! It's my favorite. What was a detective doing on security detail, might I ask? If it was only a concert.
My thoughts exactly. But orders are orders, even when they come from mock gods.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Clavier, please.
Psst, Clavier. Psst. Psst, Lulu.
I can't believe she's in the shadow room.
I can't believe Lulu died. No. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Lulu's in the call still, but we don't hear her. Oh no. Emma turned into the video game nerd. Ralph.
Hello, Mr. Ralph.
Ralph, thank you for hanging out. Have a good night. Get some good rest. I love you very much. Hi, Rolf. Hello. Welcome, Rolf. Hello, Goob evening. Welcome to the stream. I love you very much. Ralph is out. Rolf is in. Big boof. Oh no, Lulu lost connection. No, Lulu. No. Big sad. We'll just have to continue until Lulu can come back with her connection. Lulu did say, I will tell everyone that Lulu did say that her connection has been finicky today, so this was something that we were kind of expecting. But we love Lulu, and we hope she comes back soon. But anyways, you know what this means, Azure?
What does it mean?
It means you get to be Clavier now.
Oh, god damn it. I'm just giving Bork man's voice.
Hell yeah.
I smelled something that day, Bork. You might say, Bork, the stench of conspiracy, Bork.
I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Oh no. Oh no, I'm actually losing it.
I'm Swedish Chef now, Bork. That day at the concert, Bork.
Conspiracy?
Well, isn't it obvious, Bork? My keys, Bork. That's the whole morning. No, the whole day was ruined, Bork. And it's all because someone stole my keys, Bork. I couldn't ride my hog to the show. I couldn't open my guitar case. Bork.
There he goes again. Isn't it possible he simply misplaced them?
Misplaced them, Bork. Misplaced items don't just wander into a murder victim's hand on their own, Bork. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? If your keys were in the victim's hand, that makes you a prime suspect. Rub. Love, slow acting, and new, Bork. Natural Queen, Bork, is waiting for you, Bork.
He's singing something. Does everything with this guy have to be so over the top?
The killing happened in the middle of my concert, Bork. I was like a sailor, adrift on the sea of sound, Bork. Anyway, I didn't want anything self-stolen, Bork. So I put the detective with the most time on their hands on the task, Bork. I see. I can accept that.
Well, I can't. Rabble.
I believe that's enough of that. The prosecution has a rather convincing case. The only way in and out of the crime scene was watched, making the defendant the only one who could possibly leave the scene. Simple and decisive. Case closed.
Also, I didn't mention this before, but Rolf, I love the fact that Rolf's like, I've come to take your shift. Oh, that's great. There can only be one at a time. Ugh.
I believe we've heard enough to determine our verdict.
Damn, Judge.
Even if I wasn't in a hurry to make a hospital visit. That poor kid, am I right? I'm sure the Chief Justice will appreciate the gesture, Bork. Unfortunately, we have no direct witnesses, Bork. Fortunately, the criminal left decisive evidence for us, Bork. That will have to be enough, Bork. Bork.
It can't be over already. Lulu, are you back?
I am on my data. We'll see how long this lasts.
Yay! Hooray, Lulu! We missed
Hooray.
you.
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Azure took over your role as Clavier and made Clavier a Bork man.
Ebork.
Lovely.
I missed you. Yee.
Thank you. I miss you too.
Very well. I believe this trial is finished. The defense has no contradicting evidence.
The prosecution has presented a proof, clear and plain. If you have contradicting evidence, it had better be clear and plain.
Wait, let me look at their court record real quick. I forgot what we have. Okay. Apollo! They've got us on the ropes already! We'd better come up with something quick! I know. Think, what can get us out of this? We need evidence, or a witness that can prove Machi is innocent beyond a doubt. So I can kind of guess who did it. Was it that other cop who was also in the band? I mean, I'm not gonna say anything, Azure, but keep... I'm just wondering your thoughts as you go through the case, since Lulu and I have already played through it, so we know the answer. So, but I would say keep thinking, keep thunking.
Keep funkin'.
Without that,
Mr. Justice,
Justice.
do you have any contradicting proof that can overrun the prosecution's case? If you do, you better tell us about it now.
This is it. And so soon. If I mess this one up, it's all over. The court wants contradicting proof?
You can't handle the proof.
I feel like I know what the game wants me to do, but I'm not sure if they want me to present the evidence or call a witness. I'm gonna save state. Because you know what I'm thinking, right, Lulu?
E.
The brooch that we found. Does the game want me to present the brooch or just call Lamroar?
Only one way to find out.
Probably call Lamborghini.
Okay. Prosecutor Gavin, you claim that there were no witnesses to this crime. Are you absolutely sure? I just looked at the chat finally and I see the flashlights clip. Oh my gosh. Incredible. I love you too, Sushi. I love you so much. 5 ever. Are you absolutely sure? No, Azure, you're the best.
Woo woo.
Absolutely. I'd swear to my career as a prosecutor. And on my million-dollar hit, Atroquin... Atroquinin. My love.
Barry! Hi, Barry!
Autumn!
Hello, I've missed ya. I love you so much. Yeah, Barry, it's me, Azure, and Lulu all in the same call.
That's right.
Hello. How are you, Barry? I hope you're doing better. I love you very much. There he goes again. That's too bad, because there was a witness.
Ho ho! Really now?
I'm glad you feel a bit better today, Barry. I'm super glad. I love you very much.
But how did you come to possess knowledge the prosecution clearly does not?
Because I am the only one in the world who knows this. Oh, wait, no, this is about the final words, isn't it? I was jumping the gun. What's going on? I just talked to him and now... He's alive. Mr. Latos, can you hear me?
Cold. So cold. Declare. Witness. Declare.
You're cold and declare? Don't worry, you're going to be fine. Help is on the way.
Dude, declare. Can't see.
Hang in there, Mr. Latos. Tell me, who was the witness?
The witness. I do declare. The video game siren.
Oh, snap.
What? The victim said this before he died?
Perhaps he did. Perhaps he did not.
What do you mean by that?
All we know is what her forehead says he did. It's no testimony, especially since it comes from the defense attorney himself.
But it's the truth. He said it. I even told you about it. But apparently, you ignored me completely.
It's my policy to fully investigate everything I deem relevant.
The witness is... Ugh, I'm dying. The witness is... Ugh.
Declare. Witness. Dying.
Clearly, this rookie lawyer thinks he can tell me how to do my job.
That's enough. Oh god, I'm dying. Mr. Justice, we need to clear contradictory proof from you. This witness of yours, unknown to the prosecution. I hope you're right. Failure carries a death penalty.
Perhaps a stiffer penalty than usual is called for.
Oh.
Oh,
Sorry. There's no backing out now.
Let's hear the names of your witness, Mr. Just Ice.
It's Lamroar. Lamroar. Right? The siren of the ballad.
Yeah.
Lamor? I haven't heard that name in years.
So look at Rolf. Hell yeah. Recall Mr. Latoz's last words.
The witness is... Declare. The declare. Aha! He meant the declare.
That's right, the declare of the ballad, Lamroar. Lamroar was only on stage for the second set, and she had access to the backstage area. She could have been a witness.
I see. Well, Prosecutor Gavin.
my claim still stands. There was no witness to this crime.
Very well. Case adjourned. Let's get out of here. Let's hear from the horse's mouth then, shall we? We will now take a break from Detective Emma Sky's cross-examination. Please show Lamroy to the witness stand.
Lamroar would say nothing the night of the murder. Not today, though. Today we'll drag that story out of her no matter what it is.
Goodbye.
Oh no, I already miss her already.
It is my distinct honor to welcome the siren of the ballet to our courtroom. You are too kind.
Ah! You can speak English?
Yes I can. Though I'm not very good, there is much I do not know.
You speak so well. Have you ever spent time here before?
Actually, I do not how I came by my knowledge of your language. Nor where I studied it.
What does she mean she doesn't know?
I do want to call as a witness, but I did not. I had a reason, of course.
What's that?
Lemura suffers from amnesia.
Amnesia? In my courthouse? I think not.
Namura is not my true name. Yet I remember nothing of the time before I was given it. Nothing of the time before I started singing on the stage.
Whoa, she's even more mysterious than I thought.
As lauded singer, Lamura, she lives a good life. There are little difficulties for her, thanks to her success. Yet I did not wish to subject her to unnecessary stress.
I see. I care surprisingly little about people's past. You have nothing to fear in this court, Lamroy.
Thank you. Yet there is something I do not understand. Am I being called as a witness? What might I say? No one tell me anything of what happened. L'amour, let me be frank. I did not want to ask you here to testify. Yet the long gentleman with the white forehead over there was adamant that you stop.
Leave this man's forehead alone.
No. Oh my.
Congratulations, Apollo! You're the bad guy!
Yay.
Well, now that you're here, please give us your testimony. If nothing else, the sound of your voice is welcome. Tell us what you saw the night of the crime. And tell me your number.
What I saw? As for what I saw nothing. That night I was invited to sing on stage, and this I did. I did not return backstage after the second set. Then I was led by the police to Mr. Gowan's dressing room and told to wait there. And that was where I learned that something had happened, but I wasn't told the details.
I mean, that last part's definitely a lie.
I must say, you sound wonderful just testifying. Wonderful.
I hope he was too distracted to hear what she was actually saying.
I'm sure he was. There you have it. She saw nothing last night. Now we can only pray that defense has the sense to admit defeat. I'm refrain for detaining here longer than need be.
Wow, you just got better, Apollo! Way to go!
God damn.
Very well, Mr. Just Ice. Keep it short and sweet.
Lamora wouldn't talk to me the night of the crime. She must know something, and I've got to find out what.
Cross-examination.
And this I did. I did not return backstage after the second set. Should I just present or should I press?
Press on everything.
Because we could present the brooch here, but let me save. It was a great concert.
You heard me sing. Thank you.
I was hoping to get an autograph later, actually.
Of course.
Mr. Just Ice, this is a cross-examination. You're out of line. Only I can flirt with the witness. If anyone deserves an autograph here, it's me. One on my gavel would be nice.
Oh, your gavel, huh?
Here, Judge.
What's this?
It's my autograph. Now keep this trial moving.
What? Oh, my grandchild will be so happy, and his grandchild's grandchild.
Apparently, his grandson is a big fan.
Let us continue, shall we? If you would, Lamar. Tell us what you did after your stellar performance.
Press or present?
Press and then present.
You did not return backstage once? Where were you then? What were you doing?
I was cleaning up on stage. There are many things I must do for a performance other than simply sing.
And was Maki with you at the time?
Unfortunately, I do not know where he was.
So much for an alibi for Maki. With Maki, correct? How was he then?
He seemed as he always does. Though I believe he was shocked by the news of Mr. Lito's death. Yet, he's not the type to show much emotion. Yes, he's given the police no end of headaches. He answers most questions with silence, as those glinting frames speak nothing. The questioning hasn't gotten very far. We sat there waiting.
How was the incident explained to you?
I was told nothing in detail, only that Mr. Lito's died.
Of course, investigations require some security.
But Mr. Lito's was my manager. I wanted to know more. I should have been told. Both Machi and I were beside ourselves with concern. Allow me to apologize, but please understand. Keeping you in the dark was as painful for me as it was for you. Yes, I understand.
Think, what doesn't ring true about her testimony? It's hard to imagine Lammeror lying. She might not be lying, but she's hiding something. What wouldn't she tell me the night of the murder? I'm pretty sure we're supposed to... Oh shoot, my mouse. No. There we go.
We done lost.
I'm pretty sure we're supposed to present on this statement, but I might be wrong. Let's see. We done diddly hecked it up. I'm sorry, Lamroar, but I'm having trouble believing you. You remember this brooch, do you not?
Why, that's Lemur's. She was wearing it for her song.
Care to add that to the testimony, Prosecutor Gavin?
What?
This brooch was found after the murder took place, at the very scene of the crime.
What?
Lamroar, How did your brooch get backstage if you did not go there yourself? And as Prosecutor Gavin has just told us, you had been wearing it during your performance that night.
What is the meaning of this? Lamor, please explain. You're breaking my heart.
Lamor.
She says English is quite difficult.
That trick's not going to work here.
Your forehead may be large, but you are a lawyer, truly.
Leave him alone.
But you have missed what important fact.
What now?
In fact, at the time of the incident, I went backstage, but only for a moment.
What?
Think back to the moment of the crime. You know whereof I speak.
Is she really saying all of that? What's she talking about, Apollo? Right when the incident occurred. Is she talking about that?
Sleep well, Barry. Watch this room for me. I have to call for backup.
Right. Understood.
Good night, Autumn.
Oh, good night, Barry. Sleep well. I love you very much. You want me to make sure no one comes in, right?
That's right.
Mr. Latos, can you hear me?
Cold, so cold. Declare, witness. Indubitably.
You're cold? Don't worry. You're going to be fine. Help is on the way.
The witness is declare.
Declare? How can a declare witness anything? Yipes, Emma? What was that? Who's there?
What's wrong?
Emma, did you see anyone just now?
Huh? No.
I could have sworn I heard a door close.
I looked into the room. Just a glance, mind you. So this is when your brooch dropped.
Still means she lied.
That explains that. It does. There was no other time I could have dropped it.
But that's ridiculous. You only looked in for an instant, but you dropped your brooch?
Here, forehead.
Okie dokie, Azure.
Okay, Azure. She has raised the possibility. The only thing that can counter that is evidence.
Do you want to be the judge, Lulu, until Azure comes back?
So she looked in at the crime scene. Actually, I intended to go to the dressing room. I knew nothing would have happened, of course. But the moment I opened the door, I heard a horrible voice. Her forehead shouting, "Who's there?" No doubt.
What is wrong with my voice?
A horrible voice indeed.
I want to believe I have a headcanon that Apollo can actually sing pretty well. That's just a headcanon of mine. And you know why I would have that kind of headcanon, Lulu.
Yep.
Yep.
I closed the door immediately. Welcome back, Azure.
Welcome back, Azure.
Well, that explains the brooch. Let's return to your testimony.
That's too convenient. She's hiding something. Lamaror, you did look into the room though, right?
Yes?
Testify as to what you saw.
Very well. It was only the briefest of glimpses.
When my performance was finished, I went backstage for just a moment. I mean, that is true. Wait. I now have the ability to check if she's lying. I just noticed that it's finally appeared. I'm gonna save. Bro. Let's do this. Whee! Here again.
Stop looking at her chest, you freak.
I'm sorry! Oh my gosh, Rolf. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, there it is!
Yep, she swallows.
Yeah. But I need to make sure I get it only at the right moment. Here again. I saw nothing. The late... There. Confirm. Gotcha! The late Mr. Latos's body, you say?
Yes.
You know something more about Mr. Latos's death than you are saying.
What?
I could see you trying not to remember, but the effort made you swallow. You can't fool my eyes.
Ah! It is true. It was so terrible after all. Why did Mr. Latos have to be shot?
One moment, Lamroar.
Yes?
What was that you just said? Why did Mr. Latos have to be shot?
Yes?
Apollo activated his Sharingan. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Apollo is actually from the Naruto universe. She was hiding something. I knew it. Lamroar, I'm afraid you haven't realized it, but your words just now contradict your testimony.
Eh? How could that be?
Take this. Lamroar contradicted her own testimony, and I have the evidence to prove it. It's this, right? She shouldn't know about the shooting, right?
Yes, but I don't think it's that. It might be that, I don't know.
I don't remember. Because it could also be... I mean, it has to be that one. Because we don't have any other evidence. Or it could be the diagram to show that she shouldn't be able to see the fact that he was shot.
I have no idea.
Apollo Eugene. For a second I was like, what? And I was like, oh yeah. Okay, so let's try the first one, and then if it doesn't work, we just reload. Tell me, Lamroar, how did you know he had been shot?
Well,
Immediately following the incident, a gag order was placed on the scene. This is a document proving that. In your testimony, you told the court, no one told me anything about the incident. Furthermore, you testified that you had seen nothing. I mean, Rolf, like, that's just the way it's been ever since Clavier joined the game. First the nudes, then the swallowing, and now the gagging. And the penetrating. And everything.
Oh my god, I'm out of here.
oh my god.
Well, that's what he said, not me. Yet you knew that Mr. Latos had been shot. How could you have known?
Can't believe we just sent her to the shadow room.
Yep.
Lamroar, my love, no, how could this be? You aren't hurting anything from this court, are you? I hope.
That sweet song of hers was sounding a little too sweet.
Ah, now I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Please, allow me to add to my testimony. Of course. All we want to know is the truth.
She looks kind of pale, huh? She saw something. I know it. Even the victim said so. Okay, so she said, I saw bullet holes in the wall and you, Mr. Latos, have been shot. Okay. Well, if she just peeked in for a second, would she have been able to see it? Because the door swings out this
Absolutely.
way. So she should have not been able to see the two bullets.
Yeah.
Okay, let me save real quick. Because it might also be the autopsy report that stated that he was just shot once. But I don't think that's it either. So I think it's the diagram. Yeah! Lammeror, they call you the siren of the ballad, but lies are hardly becoming of such a creature.
Put down worthy of our prosecutor, Mr. Justice.
Such put-downs are hardly becoming of you, Apollo.
Stop polishing your forehead and start polishing your characters, yeah?
Come on, can't I be cool for once? Observe the diagram. Lammeror, you looked in from the door for just a moment, correct?
Yes, that is so.
There were bullet holes in the room, yes, but they were in the wall that the door is on. You see? Assuming you merely glanced into the room, you couldn't have seen those bullet holes.
Yeah.
Lamar, my heart.
Yes?
I'm afraid the defense has raised a good point. It appears you've been holding something back. Holding back something. Hello?
And I must tell you? I must tell you what it is that I saw?
Yes. The happenings in this trial are being recorded. And I'm certain it will be on the news in Burgerville. You understand your reputation is at stake. It falls to you to avoid tarnishing it.
Personally speaking, I still believe that cross-examining her will yield us absolutely nothing.
But she knew how Mr. Latos died, and he named her as a witness. You must have seen something, Lammeror.
Very well. Lamroy, please continue your testimony.
Hey, Owen.
Hi, Owen. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I love you very much.
Very well, I shall. Oh, guys, I'm gonna head out in about 5 minutes.
Okie
Because I don't want to
dokie.
use up all my data.
No, that's
No worries.
totally understandable, Lulu. Then Azure will get to take over all the roles.
God damn it.
It'll only be for another half an hour, Azure. It'll be fine. I was on my way back from the stage, the backstage exit.
I love you, Lulu, by the way.
I love you too. There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it. I love you too, kitty. But it wasn't Machi. It was a grown person. I know it was.
So you did witness the crime. And the killer was a grown person, you say?
This is my first time hearing this, I assure you. Nice play, forehead. Here, forehead.
Very well, here, Mr. Just Ice. You may begin your cross-examination.
Great going, Apollo. You were right about Lammeror. What's wrong? You don't look too happy. This whole thing smells fishy. That's what's wrong.
God damn it, Azure.
Where's the window? Is this the window? No, that's not. The window is not on
Baby,
here.
don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Nobody shall match up to our 69% Azure.
As a grown person.
Detective hands.
I guess let's just press everything. So you were heading toward the dressing room?
Yes!
So this is a little before she opened the dressing room drawer and dropped her brooch. About the same time Emma and I heard those shots.
I was on my way back.
What exactly is something like a little window?
Yes, well... Window's the best word I know in English. I think this is how it is, yes. You need not worry, Lamour. Your choice of words is impeccable. There is a small window in the dressing room in question. Perhaps the defense remembers this detail.
That little window on the wall.
I saw the crime from there.
Yep, Azure. You are certain you heard 2 shots fired?
Yes, quite certain. I was on my way to the backstage exit. That was when I heard a faint sound like a gunshot. Wondering what it had been, I peered through the window. That is when I heard the second gunshot much closer.
And there were 2 bullet holes at the scene, no contradiction so far.
All happened on the other side of the window. There was nothing I could do. Alright, I'm gonna head out now, guys.
Okie dokie.
No
I
worries.
love you,
See you
Lulu.
later.
See you later.
See you later. I love you too. Bye.
Bye. Okay, but it wasn't Maki. Wasn't Maki who shot? Are you sure?
Yeah, quite certain.
I love it!
Oh, Bork. It amuses me that you would question her testimony, Bork. It is testimony in your favor. Isn't it my job to object, Bork?
Yeah, Paula, what were you thinking? Trucy, let's just listen to what Lamour has to say. I care more about the truth. Can you tell me how you were so sure?
Yes, of course. You see,
A grown person? That's a little vague.
I am sorry. My skill for your language is lacking, I know.
Certainly, you could at least see whether the shooter was male or female.
It was a man, a young man.
And you're sure of this? That
Yes, his voice was quite clear.
Voice?
Looking at this diagram, it seems the dressing room was quite cluttered. It does seem likely that you wouldn't have a clear view of the shooter.
As a singer, I rely more on my ears than my eyes. When I hear a voice, I do not forget it. That voice was the voice of a man.
So you heard a voice, but wait, Bork. Couldn't that have been the victim, Mr. Latos? Poke.
Absolutely not. Did I not just say that I do not forget a voice? If it was Mr. Latos who spoke, I would have known.
Indeed. So you were at the window, and you heard the shooter's voice, the voice of a young man.
Apollo, this is a good testimony. That proves it wasn't Maki.
Indeed. Indubitably. If this turns out to be true, it would cast this case in a considerably different light. What is the defense's opinion of this testimony?
It's contradictory. Because how could she have heard it from the window? I think
Yeah, because of the loud music.
Yeah, she shouldn't be able to hear the voice. But let's say it first. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. It's contradictory. Though it pains me to say this. There's something about Lamour's testimony that rings false.
Gasp.
Bravo, hair forehead. Bork. You're colder than I thought, Bork.
I'm sure you remember what the problem is as well as I do, Gavin. It has been established. No grown man could pass through that air vent. Oh, we're talking about that. He couldn't have fled the scene of the crime. But that means Lamour has to be lying. I know, and I know it's bad for our case, but I can't shut my eyes to this. Believe me, the idea was tempting.
It is as hair forehead says, Bork.
I wonder if you know how this could work, though.
I have no idea right now.
I just want to let you know that once it's all revealed, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh. Like, everything just makes sense.
Yet this is not the only contradiction within her testimony, Bork.
What's next? What's he talking about?
Lamor, Bork. I understand why you would want to protect Machi, Bork. Yet remember, you are the Siren of the Ballard, Bork. And lies do not become such a creature.
You stole that from me!
What does the prosecution mean?
Apollo, what's he talking about? How come no one bats an eye when he says stuff like that? But you guys got so mad when I did.
I recall the state of the crime scene quite well, Bork.
The state of the room.
Yes, and when the murder took place, Bork. That window was closed, Bork. I find it hard to believe you could hear a voice through it, Bork.
What? But I'm sure.
Lamor, Bork. I have nothing but the highest regard for your musical sense, Bork.
I love how once the prosecution catches on, they all help. No need to hit the wall, Clavier. Well, Edgeworth helps later in the series. At first, not as much, because he still believes in winning over everything else, but he does get with the program a bit later, and then also Franziska does that too a bit later on. Clavier does it from the very beginning because he believes in the truth above all else at the start, from the start. But yeah.
I gotta hit the wall, Bork. If I don't hit the wall, I can't hit the cheeks, Bork.
It's just his love for Phoenix coming through. It's not because he really wants to help. No, it's because he's changed his ways by the end of the first Ace Attorney game. He's not the same man. He was saved by Phoenix, just like Phoenix was saved by him. Not to say that I don't chip it, because I do. But she's the only eyewitness we have. Just the same as I ship these two. Very much. Hi,
So
Cud!
you say, Bork.
Hi, Cud. Welcome to the stream. I love you very much. Hello.
Hello, Cud, Bork.
That's totally understandable, Jangled. I know a lot of people who do. And they are pretty cute. But for some reason, I always saw Maya as like a little sister whenever I was playing the games. But that's just me. But I totally get that.
And the victim named her the Siren as the witness, Bork?
That's right. That's what Mr. Lato's.
We heard your claim, even entertained the possibility, and it brought us to this, Bork. Here, Judge, Bork. Yes? The prosecution requests that the witness be excused, Bork. Please, Bork. I'm afraid I must honor the prosecution's request. There is indeed a question of the witness's credibility.
But if Lammer can't testify, then we don't have a chance of proving Maki's innocence.
This cross-examination is over. Prosecutor Gavin, you may continue making your case. Dink. Now, where were we, Bork? Yes, I would like to hear from Fräulein Detective again, Bork.
Oh no.
Wait! Let me hear Lammer's testimony one last time.
But the cross-examination is already over. Until such a time as a need arises. This witness may leave the stand.
I'm sorry, I can't. I already forgot the fucking voice. There's so many people.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I couldn't be of more assistance.
At last, back to the real trial, Bork. Ready, hair forehead, Bork?
I hope I didn't just miss my only chance.
Fraulein Detective. How far had we gotten until we were so rudely interrupted, Bork?
Don't ask me.
I just like saying the same thing twice, Bork. And I never repeat a song for an encore, Bork. If you would, Miss Guy. Fucking throat hurts now.
Oh no!
I believe I was saying that the only way Mr. Lato's killer could have escaped was through that air vent on the ceiling.
Ah, yes, there was only one door in the room. And a witness, you, was standing in front of it.
That air vent isn't heavy big, see? Isn't very big, whoops.
Isn't heavy big, see, okay.
Kind of limits the people who could possibly get through.
I certainly would have a difficult time.
You sure would. Not that you would have been there in the first place, though. Remember, the whole backstage area was off limits to people not involved with the concert. The only one who meets the conditions for our killer is the defendant.
A virtuoso performance. I couldn't have put it better myself, Bork. She does state a clear case.
But how could the guy have fired a gun?
Though, reading the report, something caught my eye. Oh, what's that, Bork? The circumstances of the defendant's arrest.
The circumstances? Again? Hey, that's right, Apollo! Remember when we found Maki? That was bizarre! She's right. Why did Mr. Lato's body disappear from the room and end up on top of that stage tower? Holding a guitar, no less.
A perceptive observation here, Judge Bork. Thanks. It was kind of an accident, really. I was looking for Lamroy's number, but you work in the job long enough. You get a nose for things.
That judge sure seems pleased with himself.
Very good, Fraulein Detective. Perhaps you can tie it all together for us, Bork. Why was the body moved, Bork? And how does that lead us to the killer, Bork?
I believe Maki stole the body because of some lyrics. He moved the body to match Lamroy's song. No one in this country had a motive to kill the victim. And Maki practically left his signature at the scene. All of this evidence clearly points to the defendant.
Lamroy's song?
Yes, the guitar serenade. Bork. You noticed its code too, didn't you? Did you not, Bork?
It's code.
All the events that day followed the lyrics to our song, Bork.
Why is this background like this?
First, the keys my heart held on to so tightly were stolen, Bork. Then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames on stage.
Oh, that's you, my bad.
Then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames on stage. Mr. Lato's life was taken by a bullet.
The rest hardly needs explanation.
Yeah, but we skipped a whole verse. We went from first verse to third verse. What happened to the second verse? This is out of order.
Guitar, guitar, up together to the sky. Bork.
That's mud.
It's like a story out of some fairy tale.
I admit, I'd forgotten about the song. But there it is now, waiting for me, the grand finale as it were. Hey, you know, I was the one who first noticed that.
I've heard of jumping rope to songs and counting to songs. But killing? It's a wild world out there, Judge. Very well. We've heard one song and dance. Let's get on to the next. The cross-examination.
I'm not so sure I'm going to be doing much singing.
You gotta break out into dance, Apollo.
Yep. How could... Let's press. Who would steal a body just to match some lyrics?
I didn't believe it myself, but it can't just be a coincidence.
It is as Fraulein Detective says, Bork.
How could he have dragged the body?
Let us begin with the first verse, if you would, Fraulein Detective. Bork.
What? You want me to sing it?
You are a witness, yeah? Or did you want me to sing, yeah? Bork. I warned you, my fee as a vocalist is not trivial. Bork.
Fine, fine.
Hi,
Hello,
Doobie. Hi, Doobie. I love you. I'm glad you can join us today. We're doing good. I love that you kept the voice to say hi, Azure.
Let's look at the first part of the lyrics, shall we? I cannot see that.
Okay, you don't have to. It's just repeating the stuff we've already
Okay.
looked at. Okay, so
Doobie, how's it going?
indeed oh wait, no, that's you.
Indeed, my favorite heart-shaped keyring was stolen that morning. Bork.
Next, we go to the right page of the lyric sheet. Where we find, burning on in my heart, fire, burn my love away, all away. It just be like that, Jingle. I can't see because the lights and the things are distracting.
Bravo, Fraulein Detective. Your singing is not bad. Bork. Now, for the finale. Bork.
Stuff.
Yeah.
As it says in the lyrics, Mr. Latos. Bork. Was found with a guitar high in the sky over the stage. Bork. I'm a Swedish chef, yeah. Bork. No series of coincidences could be so well conceived. Bork.
He's right. scientifically speaking.
I love that he's right. Randy, he's right. What would Milwaukee have said? That concert was whack. It's hard to argue when she pours her heart into it like that.
Anyway, the shooter. I'm so glad when this is over, so I won't have to do it for a week.
Yep. Does the prosecution have any idea why he'd do all this?
You want my scientific opinion? No clue. But he clearly had a reason to go through all that trouble. Some deep reason.
A deep reason?
Not only did he steal my keys, he touched my guitar. Work. Torched. Unforgivable acts, even if he had a reason. And worse, if he had none. Work.
The diva's complaints aside, I can't imagine someone doing this on just a whim.
For all I detect. Indeed, it does seem too well rehearsed, shall we say.
Yes, this crime was planned for sure.
But Mr. Leteau spoke English. He may have come to this country before.
I looked into that, I assure you.
Oh?
It was his first time in the country, it seems. Apparently, he learned English on his own.
Great.
You see, Bork? No one here had a motive to kill him, and certainly not in such an elaborate fashion. Oh. It does seem difficult to imagine.
Unless our famous prosecutor did it as a publicity stunt.
What did you say, Bork? Prosecutor Gavin, you did this to promote your song? Bork. Of course not, and I am quite dismayed by the ludicrous nature of her claim, Bork. Why would I need promotion? Everyone already listens to my music, Bork.
They're even in
I'm
my
famous.
They're even in my textbook at school, and I'd never heard of them. What does that say about me?
I was just kidding. Don't get all worked up, glamour boy.
What do you mean by his signature?
The bullet holes in the wall, of course.
The bullet holes?
The revolver was fired twice. One shot missed and left a hole in the wall.
And that means what exactly?
That dressing room isn't exactly as spacious. Picture the shooter facing off with a victim in there. What's the problem, doobie? They can't have been more than 5 feet apart. It would be difficult, almost impossible to meet at that range.
Difficult to miss, you say?
Very. Assuming the shooter could properly aim.
No. You can't be serious. Maki, he can't see, but then how would he shoot at all? That's why he missed?
It's the only explanation that makes sense. None of this makes sense.
I know.
He used sound and other senses to fire the gun.
How did he find
He
the
couldn't
gun?
have
Yeah, what
because of the loud music.
Yeah, there's the loud music. There's also the fact that the gun apparently has strong recoil.
Poorly.
That reminds me, the monitor in that room was blurring at the time, yeah? Pork? Highly ideal conditions for tracking sound, Pork. Tracking by sound. A blind shooter. No wonder he missed. He's blind.
I knew those bullet holes would come back to haunt me. Think, Justice, what do I do now? I mean, obviously we should probably raise an objection.
Doobie.
Sure, there were bullet holes left in the wall. But that doesn't prove the shooter couldn't see.
Oh, how so, Pork?
Well, there could have been a struggle with the victim.
That's certainly possible.
And it might have been the revolver's fault.
The revolver?
The revolver was a
Plus,
very large caliber, correct?
If the shooter wasn't used to firing such a large weapon, why, it could dislocate their shoulder.
Exactly. The defendant, Maki Tobai, is, as you can see, tiny. It's not so hard to picture him firing the gun and missing entirely. The kickback alone would throw off his aim.
A convincing argument, to be sure.
Haha, take that, smug prosecution. Apollo. Apollo. Don't you realize what you just said? Apollo? Huh, what? That bit about Maki being tiny and the gun throwing off his aim? Aren't you kind of, admitting that he did it? Oh. Like, I would have been like, how could he have fired the gun at all without dislocating his shoulder or blowing off his arm entirely? That's
Right.
what I would say. Like, it's that obvious.
What matters is that the shooter was, without a doubt, the defendant, Pork. Even the defense seems to agree on that point, Pork.
Cripes, I really put my foot in it this time.
But let's get the facts of the matter on the record, Pork. If you would, Fraulein Detective, Pork. Very well, the witness will add this to her testimony.
Right.
I conclude the shooter was blind.
I do declare.
You can't say he was blind just because of those bullet holes in the wall. I think I've proven that.
I wouldn't call it proof, per se.
Huh?
You've really raised a possibility, Pork. Fraulein Detective has made a most logical conjecture based upon the evidence.
No, she hasn't.
None of this has been logical.
Yeah.
Of course, there's more evidence than just bullet holes, Bork. The defendant was the only one who could have escaped through the air vent, Bork.
But wait, if he was blind, how could he know about the air vent in the first place?
Oh, a very good point. Well, Fraulein Detective, if you would care to explain, Bork?
He certainly seems sure of himself.
Recall the crime scene if you would. There was a step ladder below the air vent. As it happens, maintenance was scheduled for that day. Custodial staff went around checking all the air vents.
I don't believe it.
Everyone backstage was told about the maintenance, including Maki Tobai. He would have known that there would be a way out at the top of the step ladder.
But that's... Why is this the first time I'm hearing about this?
You could have figured it out for yourself, Bork.
How?
You only needed to consider what that stepladder was doing there, Bork. Looks like the defense's objection has been squashed by a stepladder. God damn.
Yep.
Well, hair forehead, Bork. Out of ammunition, perhaps, Bork?
I've never seen Prosecutor Gavin so aggressive. Why? Could it be that he knows about something? Maybe he's caught the scent of blood. Apollo, don't you have something? Anything? You know what we need? We need something to prove the killer could see. That'll put him in his place. Proving the shooter was sighted would do it. That would take down one of the central points. Do I have evidence that can prove that, though? Proof that the killer could see.
Oh, jeez.
I think it's either the crime photo or the diagram would be the two pieces of evidence.
I was thinking the diagram.
Because the diagram, there's the fact that there's all that stuff there.
Yeah.
Like, you would have to be able to see to really know how to move around in there. But it could also be the crime photo because we see that he tried writing something, but it was removed. Maybe that could be it? Because Maki would not know, as far as we know, that...
Oh, you're right.
Like, he was writing something that would need to be erased.
Khan is an ace detective.
Ace detective! But I don't remember which thing it could possibly be. But it has to be that we have evidence, of course. Though there has been times where you do have to answer in the negative. The A in Anya stands for Ace Detective. Fine, I accept the prosecution's challenge.
As I knew you would, Air Forehead. What
Exactly am I up against here? The prosecution is saying the shooter missed because he or she couldn't see. Therefore, Maki, who's blind, did it. The defense
will please present their evidence. Evidence that overturns the prosecution's claim that the shooter couldn't see.
It has to be either this one or the other one, I'm guessing.
I say the photo.
Yeah. Let's save, though.
Save states.
This is that evidence! The music changed.
A photograph of the crime scene.
I don't care much for the smirk on Prosecutor Gavin's face, but this is no time to think twice. Time to press on. Yes, Your Honor, the crime scene. There is something in there that decisively contradicts the prosecution's point.
Then perhaps you'd best show us this something, Bork. Get your finger out of the breeze and put it to good use, y'all, Bork.
Excuse me?
I know, like, what the frick does that mean? What the frick? I have never heard anyone say that ever.
Very well. Show us what you're talking about, Mr. Justice.
Like, the only thing that
Just
makes
eyes.
me think is lewd, yeah, as I said. Like, I immediately thought of something I cannot even say. This, right? It has to be. Let's save.
Yeah.
Save game. The contradiction is right here.
The smeared blood stains.
I thought it was just my blurry vision.
Relatable.
Yep.
But it really was blurry. The way the victim's hand is raised above his head, much like a gesture I have seen many times in this court.
It's almost as if he wrote something.
Aha! I get it. At least I think I get it.
Get what, Fraulein? Bork?
When Mr. Latos was shot, he tried to write something. And what would he write but the shooter's name? And what would he write it in but his own blood? Pretty good, huh? Thanks for making my point for me. Yes, in fact, that's what I think happened here.
That does seem to be a distinct possibility.
The victim wrote the killer's name. It's certainly a logical conclusion.
Drat, I just wish it wasn't rubbed all... I get little bad, Drat. I just wish it wasn't all rubbed out like that.
Of course it's rubbed out. Why, if I were a killer, I certainly wouldn't want to leave my own name behind. Neither would I, Bork.
No one has anything else to say?
About what?
So the prosecution accepts this? You agree this was the victim making an attempt to record the name of the killer? And that the killer tried to rub the name out?
What's your point?
Wow, you guys are all dumb. What's my point? Let me ask you this. How did the killer know the victim was writing their name?
Well, Mr. Latos was writing something in blood. Once the killer saw what it was... Wait.
Once he saw what it was.
But what did you just testify about the shooter?
I said...
Yet the crime scene itself contradicts that. The killer had to have been able to see. Why would they rub out the name in blood otherwise? Yep, Doobie, you're right. May I remind the court? Oh my god, she couldn't have been the shooter!
Impossible! Order, my court. Prosecutor Gavin, please explain to me what all this means. Work. I mean, looking at this photo, it seems quite clear that the shooter could see. Yet up until now, it seems I owe the court an apology, Bork. The Gaviniers are a band with law enforcement ties, yet a murder occurred, Bork. During our concert. Apparently this caused some confusion over our jurisdiction, Bork. As a result, some reports were not filed in entirely timely manner, Bork.
I'm not sure I like the vibe I'm getting here. Hey, Apollo, look at him! Why is Prosecutor Gavin all relaxed and smiling like that? Like he knows something we don't, and he's about to tell us.
I give an ad-lib, Bork. Let's rock, Bork. Doobie these nuts, Bork. With these documents, but before that, Bork. I have a question for the frontline detective, Bork. If I may, Bork.
What?
Tell me, why do you think that Maki Tobaye is blind, Bork?
Huh?
Get some food, Jangled. Get some delicious food. What did he say?
Get some food. What are you saying?
He's saying Maki isn't blind.
I am your dad now. Of course he's blind.
Of course, Bork.
He's the blind I'm leaving. Oh god, I forgot the voice. He's the blind pianist, right? So doesn't Lamroy lead him around by the hand all the time?
No way.
I have a report here on the defendant, Maki Tobaye, Bork. According to this, Maki Tobaye, Bork. I'll be right back, Bork.
Can see perfectly well. What? His blindness was merely a publicity ploy by those clever Borginians. He can see quite well. But you said... What did I say exactly? Herr Forehead, not once in the course of this trial have I claimed the defendant was blind. The only one who did so was Fraulein Detective. But that's a significant fact, yes, consider Maki Tobaye sees. And he was the only one who could have fled through the air vent. I see no problems with this. But what about the bullet holes in the wall? Yes, the bullet holes. I believe Herr Forehead neatly explained those for us. He didn't miss because he couldn't see. It was the kickback for the .45 caliber revolver. A simple accident, in other words. How's that? I'm afraid your objection has just flown off for brighter skies. This is where the real fun begins, Sarah Forehead. Yeah! I knew you didn't have what it took. You jerk! Just what was I in here for? Comic relief? Yeah, apologize! Welcome back, Azure.
Hello. When did I ever say he's the blood penis, right?
That's
When
what
did I ever say
it
that?
did kind of sound like that. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm out of here.
No, Azure, come back.
Oh, sorry, Bork.
That's no way to apologize. He's angered the Trucy now. Look out.
If you can please end the bickering now.
Whatever, I'm not leaving. I can't leave like this. I'll come up with some clue to solving this case if it kills me.
But your testimony has already given us to convict the defendant.
Don't say that. Aha, what?
This blood stain. Munch, munch, munch. The criminal tried to wipe it off, right?
That seems to be what happened, yes.
We might be able to find out what was really written here.
Really? You can do that?
That's right, with this. It's called luminol.
Yeah, this was also used in that special case in the first game.
Maybe you know of it. It's a chemical that reacts to blood.
Oh yes, we have done those tests yet, Bork. Have we done those tests yet, Bork?
Ha! As if I'm going to tell you.
The bloodstains covered a section of the carpet, Bork. In order to perform blood tests, the section was removed and submitted, Bork. Perhaps we should request it here in court now, Bork.
Alright, go for it, Apollo.
Huh? I have to do the test?
You just have to sprinkle the aluminol on it. Simple.
She's not gonna let Gavin do it. A chemical that reacts to blood. I've heard of this somewhere.
Yes, I believe analysis is called for. Have at it.
Right, ready? It's easy as pie. Just touch the screen to spray an area. Here, give it a try.
The eyes of the entire cohort are focused on me. Apollo, your hands are shaking! Let's do this. Here we go.
What's wrong with the way I say pie?
Wow, it really works. This must be the power of science. It says... Oh wait, no, that's you.
It says...
IPXX314206.
Is that the killer's name? Of course not, you freak.
Aha, I have it, Bork.
So, what is it?
I thought those letters IPXX looked familiar, Bork. This is an Interpol ID number, Bork.
Interpol? You mean the International Police Agency?
Yes, most are undercover agents working to solve international crimes, Bork. But why would he write that number, Bork?
Why would Mr. Latos even know a number like that?
Good show for all on Detective Rock on, Bork.
Eh?
Bork. Oops. Your Honor, we can verify this number immediately, Bork. Darian, are you there? Come up to the witness stand, Pork.
I wasn't expecting him to come back, so. Whoops.
Well, but earlier you said you thought he was the killer.
Yeah. Darian, you heard what we need, Pork. Go check into this Interpol ID number, Pork.
Everyone's just a Swedish chef now, I guess.
Sure thing, give me 30 minutes. No, give me 27, Pork.
Hell yeah.
I'm not sure what to think of all of this. The prosecution's case is all airtight, or so it seems. Yeah, if this number is really that of an Interpol agent.
Oh, wait. I know. Do you? Do you really? What if Micah Tobias is really an undercover Interpol agent?
Isn't he like 10? Why would he? Wait, I gotta check this. I forgot how old he is. How old is he? He's 14. At 14, an undercover agent. What?
That would be a possibility. Pork.
What?
A possibility, yes. And one that would mark him as a killer for certain.
Why did Latos know an Interpol ID number? That's what I want to know.
Well, we have some time while we wait Darian's report, Pork.
He's a spy kid.
Want to go to Hooters and Pork? Let's work on unraveling another mystery, shall we, Pork? A curious mystery concerning Maki Tobai, Pork.
What are you talking
Are you-
about?
For all undetected, please accept my apologies, Pork. I received word that the defendant could in fact see just before the trial began, Pork. It seemed too much of a bother to tell you, Pork.
You had me until the last bit.
Does this not raise yet another straightforward question?
Well, sure. Why did Maki pretend he couldn't see?
Exactly, it makes a little sense, Pork. What do you think here, Forehead, Pork?
Huh? Me?
Maki Tobai pretended he was blind, Pork. Do you know why, Pork?
How could he know?
Wait, Prosecutor Gavin knows why, doesn't he? He's known from the start of the trial. He's been leading us on the whole time.
Something wrong, Pork? Do you think perhaps this is all some kind of game, Pork? As if we were in a Nintendo DS, Pork? No, at the moment I heard that report, I knew why, Pork.
I suppose people who sold over 1 million records really are something.
What does that have to do with anything?
There was a reason why Maki Tobai pretended to be blind, Pork. But it wasn't for his own sake. Getting the picture now, Pork.
It wasn't for himself?
Well, Mr. Justice, can you present evidence that shows us why the defendant had to feign blindness?
I actually
He's a
don't
spy kid.
remember this. I don't remember this at all. Let me look.
When were you watching all 4 Spy Kid movies?
Oh, duh. This, right? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, everyone. I just probably blasted you guys with music. The sightseeing music, right? Because he's supposed to be the blind pianist who paints the world with sound or something, right? Right?
Maybe.
Mikey had no reason to pretend he couldn't see, which means, no, it couldn't be. Oh wait, sorry.
It seems you've thought of something, Bork.
Why can't I figure these things out on my own? I hate having to take my cues from this guy. Very well, look at this. This is why he was pretending he couldn't see.
That's a mood, Apollo. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. It has to be this, I'm guessing. Let's save. Ooh.
This is Lamroar.
Lamroar and Maki Tobai. Recall their relationship, in particular their unique arrangement over the years before visiting our country.
Lamroar and her pianist. They would always walk together, she leading him by the hand. Even when they got on stage, she would lead him to the piano. She would walk all the way over there with him.
That's right, because he was blind. She led him at all times, never letting him go.
All times.
Yet, we have just learned something that makes their arrangement peculiar indeed. Maki could see. Why did they have to keep up this act the whole time?
Well, wasn't it part of their performance?
I think there's a simpler explanation. Maki did not need to be led by the hand at all. That can only mean one thing. Oh, I remember now. I
Lamroar's blind?
remember, yeah.
Ah, really?
Really, it was all the other way around. The one who needed to be led by the hand was Lamroar.
What's this? So you mean to say that Lamroar she's...
Yes, Your Honor. Lamroar is blind.
What?
Order! Order! This is crazy, Prosecutor Gavin.
Is it no work?
Yeah, but this raises a whole nother thing of questions. Doesn't it?
So many questions.
Because
So
then
many.
how did she know about the killing then? Like, how did she know that he was shot? She would still have to have been somehow there. Because she was blind.
Who knows?
Please shed some sanity on this madness. The defense has made an outrageous claim.
The only thing outrageous I see about the defense is his vast forehead, Bork.
Leave his forehead alone.
Yet I see it is not vast in the vein this time, Bork. He's quite correct, Bork.
But that makes no sense.
Yeah, wasn't she supposed to be the landscape painter in sound or something?
Well, since we have her here, Bork.
Gasp.
Why not ask Lamroar herself, Bork? I believe she's still in the witnesses' waiting room, Bork.
Apollo, what does this mean for our case? Don't ask me. I had no idea she couldn't see. I hadn't even imagined it until now.
Bailiff, bring in Lamroar. And a donut.
Lamroar, Bork. It pains me deeply to call you before us again in this way, Bork. And yet I must, Bork.
Please, do not be concerned on my behalf.
Those eyes. She really can't see? Really?
It is true. How funny it is that a tiny line born in Borginian countryside would one day grow to entangle the entire world.
So you are...
Yes, as I mentioned before, I have no memory of the time before I became Lamroy. Know too that my memories began in darkness. I was molded by it. The word light has no meaning for Lamroy.
Incredible.
I see.
You may recall me saying something toward the beginning of this trial here before I work.
What's that?
I believe I said it was unfortunate this crime had no direct witnesses. Work.
Oh, Azure, do you want me to take over the Clavier role just so that you're not speaking everything?
Please.
I believe I said it was unfortunate this crime had no direct witnesses. Ah! Now, Lamroy, I must ask you to stand once more. Will you testify to the court about your eyes?
Of course. It was never my intent to deceive any of you. May I begin, Your Honor?
Oh, yes, of course. Though I admit, I'm a little lost here.
I think we're all a little bit lost here, Your Honor.
I have no memory of the light. I debuted in a world of darkness and sound. My producer came up with my PR line before he knew this. So silly as it may sound, I had to pretend I could see. Everyone on my staff knew, of course, but no others.
But this is a murder trial.
I apologize. It was part of my contract, you see. I was to keep my blindness a secret no matter what. Music is everything for me. I never imagined something like this would...
She told us the truth in the beginning, when she said she saw nothing.
Very well, does the defense have anything to add?
I'd like to cross-examine. But what is there left to ask? There's a lot left to ask. There was one thing in her testimony that bothered me. Perhaps it is best we let you get it out of your system. Someday you'll come to understand the importance of thinking for yourself.
Very well, the defense may proceed. However, be aware this court will not tolerate any questions deemed too stressful to the witness.
Okay, there was only one part that bothered me. Just let me ask about that and I'll be happy.
Cross-examination.
I don't actually know what the issue is here. I debuted in a world of darkness and sound. My producer came up with my PR line before he knew this. I had to pretend I could see. Everyone on my staff knew, of course, but no others. Is it this line?
Either this or when she was talking about her producer. Well, it might be this one.
When you say your staff, do you include Mr. Latos?
Of course, he was my manager.
So he knew. And that's what's been bugging me. Oh, duh. Duh. I'm such an idiot. The witness was the siren. And yet, he knows that she can't see.
Something the matter, Mr. Just Ice?
I believe I know what is bothering our young defense attorney. I keep forgetting I'm now Clave here. You were thinking of when you discovered the body, yes? Is he right, Apollo? Yes, I was. He's alive! Mr. Latos, can you hear me? We've seen this so many times already. Let's just go.
Cold witness. Declare.
We don't need to see this for the 5 millionth time. We know. We know. Mr. Latos told me to ask the witness, and he named you. Why would he do that? He knew you were blind.
I don't know.
Tisk tisk. What did I just say? You need to learn to think for yourself. Meaning what? There is no mystery here if you recall everything he said. Think of his last words once more.
The witness. Declare. We've heard them many times along with a little play acting by our defense.
I love the implications of this line, that he plays it out. I remember them
Trissy's
well.
just laying on the floor and then they play it out.
Yeah, Trucy is laying on the floor and she's just like, the witness, siren, and Apollo's like, Mr. Latos, and everyone's just like, I remember them well myself, but that statement is not to what I refer. I mean what he said before that. Before? What came before that? Ah! That's right. He tried to tell you. When he said can't see, he wasn't talking about himself. He was talking about the witness.
I see.
Too bad the defense did not. Well, Hair Forehead, try relaxing and looking at the facts first next time. But that means that she was there, that she was a witness. You just proved that.
Order.
Recall Lamour's earlier testimony.
I was on my way from the stage to the backstage area. See, there were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it.
But she couldn't have heard the gunshots. I thought we proved that.
That is not the most important point here. The moment he was shot, Mr. Latos witnessed her through that window. Why else would he have named her as the witness?
But I really did hear them. 2 gunshots and the man's voice.
Unfortunately, such a thing was impossible. The window was closed. We have already run a simulation, of course.
But it was so clear. If I heard that voice again, I would know it in an instant.
Guess what?
The thing, what is it?
The other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get ready.
What is it, Bailiff? Can't you see we're in session here?
We have the results back from the investigation.
The investigation?
Yeah, the numbers. Ah, the Interpol number that Mr. Latos left us.
Well, let's hear it. We will continue this cross-examination afterward. Detective Crescend, your report, please.
Why is back?
Yep.
I asked Interpol about that number, Bork. I'm sure you'll find their answer intriguing, Bork.
Quick work as always, Darian.
Well, tell us about this number. Is the defendant a secret agent?
IPXX314206. Oh, wait, no, that's you.
The agent was Romain Latos.
What?
Our undercover Interpol agent was Mr. Latos himself, Bork. He was apparently in the middle of an operation, Bork.
So when he wrote those letters...
He was trying to tell us his own identity, Bork. And a cautious killer tried to wipe them away, Bork.
Mr. Latos was an undercover Interpol agent? So him being Lammerer's manager was just a cover, most likely.
There's one other important detail I found, Bork.
Well, out with it.
It concerns that 45 caliber revolver, the murder weapon, Bork. Apparently it belonged to Romain Latos, Bork. He had an Interpol permit to carry firearms, Bork. And the registration number on the revolver matched, Bork.
So the victim was killed with his own weapon, which makes sense. It's hard to imagine someone who wasn't an Interpol agent with such a large revolver. So the victim was an Interpol agent on an undercover OP. I wonder how that ties into everything. He's got to tie in somehow, you'd think. Yeah, somehow.
Thanks for looking into that for us, Detective Crescend. It's a great help.
Oh, no problem at all, Your Honor, Bork. I'll be heading out, Bork.
Wait,
Lamora.
Lamora, is something the matter?
That voice just now.
Darian?
Mr. Darian, was it? Is it? Holmes? It was him. I'm sure of it.
It was him?
You aren't saying.
That voice. Goddamn it.
that verse I heard talking to Mr. Latos when I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Darian.
Is this some kind of joke? What?
What? No way, Bork.
The courtroom fell into such a chaotic state, the trial had to be suspended temporarily. I'd never seen that happen before. Of course, it's not every day that you get an accusation like that one. Lammeror fingering Darian Crescent. Not only is he a guitarist, he's a detective. Could it really have been his voice Lammeror heard? Things were changing fast, and frankly, I wasn't sure I could keep up with it. Hey, no whipping out now, Apollo! To be continued.
Excuse me?
Oh my gosh. Save! Yes, saving.
Ugh.
And that's where we're gonna stop for today.
Dang Jeebs.
here.
That was...
Wait, let me go
Running
until
in the-
there's music playing. Hey, Apollo! What? Well, you know, actually, nothing. I mean, something, or maybe not. Out with it. The suspense
Maybe
is
not.
giving me an ulcer. Well, you know the trial today, I was thinking, if you gave it a score, what score would you give it? Score, gee. I guess I would, or maybe, well, bah, I'm just as bad as you. See? It's so vague. Clearly. Maki avoided a guilty verdict, which is something. Though I can't say I'm any less confused about the case.
I asked him to roll about that number, Bork.
Well, there's music playing now, so we can leave it here.
Okay.
We'll just have really intense music playing from the beginning of next stream. But there we go! We did it! We did it. Hooray!
Heck yeah. Can't believe I lived long enough for this.
Yep. There we go. And with that, we are done for today. Oh boy, thank you again, Azure, as always, for joining me on this adventure.
No problem.
Also, thank you, Anna, for all the biddies, the 10 biddies. Thank you, Anna, for the host as well. And thank you, Ralph, for the 200 biddies. And thank you, everyone, for joining me today. I love each and every one of you. I'll see you guys.
I love you all more than Anya does.
Untrue. I love everyone the most. I'll see
How
you
dare.
guys next time, probably on Thursday, for more Devil Survivor 2. Because I'm
Heck
done
yeah.
with quiz streams for now. And I don't really know what to play on Sundays at the moment. Plus, I need to do
That's fair.
Terraria stuff tomorrow with Adam. Already planned that. But yeah, let's see who we
Heck yeah.
should raid. Ooh, Lee is live. We should raid Lee. Oh, and he's playing... Wait, he's playing Kingdom Hearts 2? Heck yeah. Let's do it. Sushi, you're gonna have to leave, like, right away. Like, you can't join this raid. Spoilers.
Welcome back, Barry.
Welcome back, Barry. I'm glad you're here at least for the last moment. I love you very much.
We miss you.
We do miss you. But yeah, anyways, I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys next time. I had a nice little sidelight. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here, Barry, and I'm glad you had a nice little nap. I love you very much. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye!
Boy. Ah! I should have timed that better. Oh well.
It's fine.
There goes Anya, waving like a mad lass. Oh, there we go.
Yep. There we go with the raid. Boop-a-doo.
Detect hands.
You're doing detective hands? Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do Anya the Nani.
Oh, wait.
There we go. When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go.
That song still slaps.
It's the best song. That's why they used it for like 10 of the games. They just kept using it because it's the greatest banger in any video game ever.
You're not wrong.
Like, I've never seen a video game that has a better banger as the opening as that. Like, I still listen to it all the time. Oh wait, I just realized I never stopped the stream.